because we were down 3 match points. And when we came to play, I mean, I think that's why we could play our best tennis. And we just went out there, we started swinging, tried to keep focus and just try and focus and feel that we were lucky and blessed to be fighting another day over there on the tennis court. And and I think that's why we could produce our best.
What did your next partner say about the scoreline?
Actually, when we went into the match, su-wei have a 12-0 record in the finals. They have never lost a final together. So when we went into that, I mean, that was at the back of our heads, and we were reminded of that every interview that we gave. Every person that we spoke to said, oh, they've never lost a final, they've never lost a final, and they've actually beaten us in a couple of finals. So when we went in there, I mean, we were trying not to think about that, obviously, but I feel that this just proves, I mean, tennis is such an amazing sport. It gives you so many chances to fight, it gives you so many chances over and over again. I mean, we were almost out of the tournament 2 matches in a row, and we came back, and here we are winning the tournament, playing our best tennis. And she just, they just came to us. The coach, Paul McNamee, who coaches her, came to me and said, you probably played the almost perfect match you could have played. I mean, we lost 1 game, and he said, I think the first time you missed a ball was at 6-1 4-love. So that doesn't really happen that often, but we were fortunate enough to zone at we saved the best for the last, I guess.
Sania, will you elaborate that semi-final match? You were down in second set at 3 match points out.
Yeah. No, we were down 9-6, and I remember, we weren't playing our best, but we were playing good enough to obviously still be that tight. At 9-6, I had to serve, I went to serve, and actually at 9, I made a first serve, and Cara tried to cross, I think. I can't even remember, it's such a blur. I think she tried to cross, and the opponent hit a really hard return, and I have no idea how I got to that ball, and I just threw the lob up in the air, and I hoped that she was going to miss it, and she did. And it was an overhead that she missed, which probably 9 out of 10 times someone wouldn't have missed, but pressure does that to you, I guess. Pressure is an amazing thing. So then we were 9-8, and there was another point where there was about 4 lobs, out of which they should have, I think, hit winners out of 3 of them, but because they had missed the lob probably before the overhead before, they didn't. And yeah, we won that point. We scrambled and we won, and that's it. I mean, the only thing was we kept fighting, we kept fighting. We didn't give up on ourselves. Even if we didn't play well for a few points, we tried to keep fighting, and that's the amazing thing about sport is, if you keep fighting, miracles happen.
Talking about fighting and your mental, there's a lot which has happened to you through this year off the court as well. Can you talk a little bit about your mental toughness to get back into the fight?
I actually want to thank all those people actually who put me through that, because I think that makes me mentally tough as nails, like I think fighting a match point feels so easy compared to fighting what I have to fight, these people that I fight here, because I think everything that it's not just this year, it's been happening for a long time now, and yeah, we had a bit of a break and it was a bit dull, so to say, for a few years, but I think this year, I think it took the cake of everything, and really, I wish them so well in their lives, all these people, whoever they are and wherever they are, and I really hope they become top 5 in the world or top 6 in the world of what they do. I don't wish them anything else, but they have really made me tough, and I think that's also showed me and my family that how much the country supports me. I think that's something that came out very visibly, and I was so glad, because not just the country, the media, everyone supported me during that. It was a terrible time, those few days, and I think the way everyone came out in support, logic prevailed. I said that time as well, and yeah, it just showed that common sense does prevail at times. And so yeah, it's been those few days were tough, but I think I came out tougher.
What is the secret of Sania's success?
There is no secret, unfortunately. You have to work. You have to keep working, and as long as you keep working, it will come. It doesn't happen overnight, as people think and hope that it happens. It doesn't. It happens. It's been a very long career for me. I've been doing this for 21 years of my life. I can't think of doing anything else of my life, at least at this point of time. But I think when the going, when it's tough, when you're down, I think that's the time when you got to work even harder, because that's when you come through.
How much does Modi's words inspire you when you met the Prime Minister?
No, I mean, I think he's an extremely dynamic personality, and he's a great leader, and I met him twice now, and he's tweeted to me a few times, which is very exciting because every time I win, he's extremely encouraging, and I think that's amazing for a prime minister to take notice of athletes and, actually encourage them with his words, and now it's become, obviously, with the social media, it's become so much easier to connect with people, and he was extremely motivating, and even the ones that I met him alone and the ones that I met him with everyone else during the Asian Games ceremony, no, he was, he obviously loves sport. He told us that what we do, he says, you guys are just over there winning and sweating and doing all that, but the country is rejoicing here, and you guys probably don't even know it. And I mean, those kind of words, they do really make you feel like, wow, you're doing something for the country. I mean, every victory is extremely special, but this one, I think, definitely is up there. I mean, it's probably as big as the slam. The competition is probably tougher than the slam because you play against the 8 best players of the world, and there's no room for let's warm into this tournament. I mean, you have to be ready from the word go. So it's as big as a slam in terms of how you feel and how you have to play.
Now, Sania, there were always expectations. Now there will be more. Next year, the new season, they'll be thinking that Sania should be in every match. So how did you do that pressure?
I can't remember the last time I went into a match and people weren't thinking that. I think everyone thinks that all the time. That's been the story of my life for a lot of years now. Everywhere, every time I step on the court, it's like, oh, no matter who I play. And I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty amazing, I think, because people expect that much of me and wish so much for me. So I hope to do next time. I mean, like I said this last time as well, I'm getting closer to my goal is to try and be #1 in the world. I got a slam this year, won the championships. That was one of my goals, and to try and be #1. So hopefully that will happen next year.
The PM is at one level. Now there is the state who's taking you as a brand ambassador. I can see you're wearing pink too.
Yeah, that was totally because of that.
So will you talk about the encouragement you get from the state and then you see them here?
No, I think that, well, first of all, I think, every time that I win any big tournament, any small tournament, I get a congratulatory message from our CM. And I think that's for an athlete to get recognition from the leader of your state or your country is truly, it's really good, and it really does encourage you and inspire to do better. Our CM is, fortunately, he's very dynamic as well. He takes quick decisions. He's very out there, and when he appointed me as the brand ambassador, and he actually said, I was truly very honored, and I think it was a big responsibility for me to try.
WTA title సాధించిన సానియా మిర్జా తన ఎక్స్‌పీరియన్సెస్ అలాగే తన ఒపీనియన్స్ ను మీడియాతో షేర్ చేసుకున్నారు.